every single one of the units from Perkins Homes and Somerset Homes will be reserved as public housing. And in addition to new rental housing, this transformative plan includes a brand new school, parks and recreation space, infrastructure improvements, shared community space, and resident services, including healthcare, workforce development, and crime and safety initiatives. The state of Maryland has committed nearly $230 million for this important redevelopment effort. Project CORE has enabled us to leverage billions of dollars in public and private sector investment for Baltimore City community redevelopment projects. In addition, the state of Maryland has invested $9 billion in direct aid to the city and an historic $6.8 billion in record funding for K-12 education, $4.7 billion in Baltimore City transit and transportation projects, and over $1.3 billion for public safety and crime control efforts. So nearly $22 billion of total state investment for the city of Baltimore. These record and historic investments are all about taking our communities back and renewing hope and providing opportunities. And that is exactly what we're doing here today. Because continuing to have a strong Maryland depends on having a strong Baltimore City as well. And I want to thank everyone, every single person who has been a part of helping us reach the incredible milestone on 5,000 units. I want to thank everyone who's involved in this exciting project. This is just another great example that by working together, we truly are changing Maryland for the better. So thank you all very much for having us today.
Thank you, Governor. The Perkins-Somerset Old Town transformation is one part of a much larger effort to revitalize Baltimore City, and our next speaker has worked very, very closely with our department, and I'd like you to please welcome Housing Authority of Baltimore City's President and CEO, Janet Abrahams. Janet?
Thank you. Whew. I am going to make this real short. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. First, I want to thank Governor Hogan for his contribution to this project, Secretary Holt and his team for working hard with us, getting us straight when we go off path, and so thank you very much. I want to thank Councilman Stokes for being here today. Councilman Stokes have been with us since day one at all the community meetings, making sure that we're able to move this project forward. I do want to thank Mayor Scott, he's on his way, for the partnership with DHCD and Alice Kennedy. And of course, I want to thank our HABC families, the residents foremost, for their continued belief that this project will work and that the project will take off. So I want to thank them for all their hard work. They had to go through a lot, ladies and gentlemen. We had to relocate 586 households from this property in order to get where we are today. So I want to thank the relocation team, Urban Strategies, HABC staff, and again, the residents. As you all know, we are a few years into this redevelopment Perkins-Somerset Old Town Transformation Plan. We have been working hard. This is over $1 billion worth of investment in this footprint, which represents Perkins-Somerset Old Town, which is over 2,000 plus acres across the city. And this is just the beginning. We call this the hole in the donut. And that's because of how it's surrounded and by what all the different entities that surround this property. But in the next 3 to 5 years, ladies and gentlemen, it will no longer be the hole in the donut. It will be a community of choice, a vibrant community, new schools, new park, restaurants, a walkable community that anyone with mixed income, our mixed income families can enjoy. We want to weave this back into the surrounding community, and today is the first step in us doing that. Once we take down this last building, ladies and gentlemen, that beautiful rendering that you see in front of you will be the first building that sits on this parcel of land. But it's just the beginning. We have several other phases to go, and next month, I invite you to join us at 1234 McElderry, the first building in the Perkins Somerset Old Town Transformation Plan. We will have the ribbon cutting. So thank you again for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And thank you, Janet. Now, none of this would be possible without support from the private sector, and representing the development team today, please welcome Pam Askew, Senior Vice President of McCormick, Barron, and Salazar. Pam?
Thank you. Good morning. On behalf of Vince Bennett, Richard Barron, and McCormick, Barron, Salazar, I would thank you all for being here to celebrate the demolition of Perkins Homes Phase 1. Since 1973, McCormick Barron has been a leader in developing affordable housing and revitalization of historically divested neighborhoods, I should say. We know that our mission to transform places into communities where all people can thrive is too ambitious to embark alone, and we need partners such as yourselves in order to achieve success like we're achieving today. Governor Hogan and Secretary Holt, thank you so much for working with the Perkins community and providing your state resources. Mayor Scott, when he comes, we want to thank him for his leadership of vision of moving Baltimore forward. I'd also like to recognize the team of the Baltimore Housing Community Development. They've been so critical in funding and improving the lives of the City of Baltimore residents. To Janet Abrams, I love working with you and love working with the HABC team. Thank you for your strong partnership and creating vibrant communities and providing opportunities for self-sufficiency. We're grateful for the support that we receive from the Department of Housing and Urban Development through the CHOICE program. Bank of America, Berkadia, the NEEF, and TRF are our pre-development and financing and equity investors. We couldn't get the project started without those additional financial resources. Commercial construction, Kevin, our general contractor. I look forward to starting construction with you this fall and working together to provide Section 3 opportunities for resident hires as well as investing in MBE companies. To our architect, Horde, Copland, and Mock, I saw you out here a moment ago. Thank you for your thoughtful design, your responsiveness to the preferences of the residents of Perkins, and incorporating that in the design that gives a phenomenal image that you see here that will build high-quality, sustainable housing regardless of income. Thank you to our strong development partners that include Beatty Development, the Henson Development Group, Mission Housing, as well as Cross Street Partners. And I'd like to recognize our nonprofit partner, Urban Strategies Incorporated. Esther Shin, Donovan Duncan, Sabira Brown, thank you for your human capital strategies and ensuring that all Perkins families are growing and thriving. The physical transformation that we're witnessing here can't be done without the work that Urban Strategies does. And finally, to all the Perkins residents, some that I met earlier this morning, and the tenant council, Ms. Streets, when she comes, we know that you love this community more than anyone, and we honor that love and commitment. And so through this development, we are committed to providing quality, safe, affordable housing and opportunities for all Perkins families. So many amazing people are here today, played a role in this development. I couldn't thank them all, but we appreciate looking forward to having you all come back in 2023 when we're done building the building and having that ribbon cutting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're not just replacing old buildings here today. We're embarking on creating a very strong community. The community is strong because of the support services that are made available. And those services are being spearheaded by Urban Strategies. Please welcome Urban Strategies Assistant Project Manager, Sabira Brown. Sabira?
Morning, everyone. Thanks for being out here with us at this great celebration in the heat. Urban Strategies, also known as USI, is a national organization that is dedicated to supporting residents impacted by community revitalization initiatives. Our mission is that all children and families are stable and thriving. We build social ties and facilitate mobility so that families can participate and enjoy the new resources coming into the community. We do this by family supportive services, working with each household to identify goals they have for themselves or for their families, by collaborating with local partners with data-proven strategies, and by facilitating that connection to work through any barriers residents may come across, whether Social Security cards, need to get enrolled in school, trying to get connected to a doctor. The list of support just goes on. Ultimately, we create a human-centered plan that serves as a map to support Perkins families as they achieve their goals while becoming stable and thriving. As a data-driven organization, leveraging strong partnerships help us create the community that residents want, with awesome successes as 5 first-time homeowners and 12 currently in the process, or stabilizing households during the global pandemic with $31,672 in utility bill assistance. Perkins families are making the space for their dreams, and Urban Strategies is proud to help them daily. We're also thankful for partners that are on long phone calls with us, who accept our pushback when we challenge norms that create barriers for our residents, and who go above and beyond to support. While we can't ignore the systematic racism that has lived in the city that has impacted housing, education, economic mobility, and health outcomes for Black people of the city, we can be agents for equity, justice, and providing a seat at the table with paper, pen, and anything that they need to succeed. USI is committed to creating, supporting, and sustaining the wealth of Perkins families and resilient communities like it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sabira. The mayor is unable to join us this morning, but in his place, I'd like to ask the president of the City Council, Nick Mosby, to come on up and make a few remarks. Councilman?
First and foremost, we're here today in a way that really speaks to the symbolism of what we're coming out of, and that's COVID. Governor Hogan said earlier that, we've been focused on shooting shots in arms, provided the needed vaccinations to protect our loved ones immediately. But what we know, Kevin, is that when we talk about communities, when we talk about houses, when we talk about the sanctity of where someone can lay their head, that is generational. And when we look at the history of Baltimore, and we talk about blockbusting, or we talk about redlining, or we talk about urban revitalization, we understand and know it was those policies that created some of the statistics and data that we talk about on a regular basis. When we talk about poverty and crime and the systemic issues that just cripple communities like this. Well, this project today, looking at this amazing private-public partnership, it's the type of project that we understand and know that changes generations. There's going to be some little boys or some little girls that are going to grow up right here in this area, this mixed-use environment, where when their mother or their father turns that key at night, they understand and know that they're going home to a safe and warm and comfortable environment. See, many of us take that for granted. But for many of our young folks in the city of Baltimore, that is their reality. And the more and more we do projects like this, it's the more and more we'll be able to sustainably see the reduction of crime in the city of Baltimore, sustainably see a new generation of young folks that care about their communities, care about their city, care about their state, and the better we will all become. The thing about communities is the interconnectability of them, particularly in the city of Baltimore. We're only as strong as our weakest link. And this part of East Baltimore will now be strong based off of the private-public partnership of the state, the city, and private investors. So thank you, Governor Hogan. Thank you to Mayor Scott. Thank you to all that have been included on the state and local side. And I'm excited to get this project underway. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. This massive revitalization project will create quality, affordable housing. And to represent the residents who will occupy these beautiful homes, Please extend a warm welcome to Denise Street, Vice President of the Perkins Tenant Leadership Council. Denise?
Good morning, everybody. Yes, I would just like to thank everybody who participated in this project that, you know, we have been had going on for a long time. And I just want to say thank you, and the residents of Perkins Homes would like to thank everybody too. And now we just can't wait to come back home. Thank you again.
Okay. Now, I'd like to invite Governor Hogan and our distinguished speakers to grab some hard hats and make their way towards the excavator for the demolition and a photo op. Now, this is an active construction site, so all of the spectators must remain behind this fence. And this will end our formal remarks. Thank you so much for coming.